What's up, guys, and welcome to One Realm. As always, I'm your host, Diego, alongside my co-host, Thomas.
What's up, guys?
And I have a feeling this is going to be a pretty interesting one because, unfortunately for me, I live in Europe, which means I wasn't able to participate in the stress test, but of course, Thomas was most certainly able to, and he kind of rubbed it in my face a little bit, sending me videos of him turning it on and stuff like that, but no hard
No,
feelings.
that's not rubbing it in. Trust me, if it was rubbing it in, I would have seen you something every 10 minutes, seconds. Like, oh, look at this character. Look at this character. Look at this character. Like,
Yeah,
oh, guess what? You can't play this, but I can.
yeah, you bastard. Luckily, there's only 10 days away from the actual
So,
full beta, so
which, are you even sure you get now
well,
still? Because did you ever.
yeah, I contacted Amazon Italy, and they said that they are going to be distributing beta codes, and they'll be giving it to us no later than the day that they come out. So they should be, I don't know, in the next couple of
They'll
days.
give it to you via email, I'm assuming?
Yeah, yeah. I'm assuming what they did is because they're going to try to wait until as late as possible to make sure that people don't like order it, cancel it, we have the beta, and then like not pre-order after that. So maybe once they have the code, they put it in. It's kind of
Right.
uncancelable. So I'm assuming that's what they're gonna do. But unless they mess with me, then I should be able to play the beta come March 28th.
Let's hope they do. I
Yeah.
mean, let's hope they don't.
Well, I mean, for you, I would assume no because you're afraid. But that's a story for a different day. You don't get that ass beat.
Yeah, that's cute. No, but this is pretty much a gameplay or because here's the thing. So as a lot of people know, we don't play. We play the game. We don't dedicate our blood to the game to try to make money off of it, like how pro players do.
Yeah, for us, it's all about fun, and it's just all about the love of the series, really.
Yes. So, but that is one thing I have to say. And so this was a pretty much gameplay aspect for myself, and I actually learned some stuff about it. But I have to actually accept that stuff.
Yeah, like before we start recording, I mentioned this is gonna be a very Thomas heavy episode because of course, like I said, he got to play it, I didn't, so it's gonna be a lot about his experience. I of course have a few questions here and there, but for the most part,
It's gonna be very
just
one-sided.
yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna be I'm just like you guys, basically listening about what happened. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys have been paying attention to, people on YouTube talking about it, and that's fine. I mean, I generally do that too, but I've been kind of waiting for this to kind of hear from the perspective of somebody who has very similar interests in Mortal Kombat as I do. Like you just said, we're not pros. The gameplay is cool and all that, but it's more about the story. But at the same time, talking to somebody who has similar skill level, I would say, arguably with certain characters, one's better, the other one's a torture god as a
This
me,
is
but I mean, I would say that we have probably a relatively similar skill level in some ways, and
right.
it's yeah, we have similar play styles and stuff like that. So I guess like my biggest question is because this obviously, like I said, a lot of people probably already know this, but how many characters were available on the roster, and how many roster slots did you see?
I better count that too. Damn. I think I still saw the 25,
Okay, because
but
I started to interrupt. I just want to say, like, I think I saw somebody tweet somewhere, maybe it was Judgment Fist, shout out to her, that there's actually 29 slots now. So I don't know what's up with that, but maybe,
we have a lot to catch up on because
yeah,
we need to do interviews for the past 2 weeks now. So
yeah,
that's
that's
one thing
right.
we're all kind of fresh you up on that. So one, I think I just saw the 25. I didn't really look into it, but depending on when you saw that thing from Judgment Fist, which told you. So it's gonna be like a mixture of news and stress test.
Yeah,
So news was that they did finally release bios for characters
mm-hmm.
on the actual website, and it took them down 20 minutes later.
Nice.
And they had um, the 25 plus the 6 DLC plus a few extra ones too, which is sort of common knowledge depending on your degree. Because if you're like me and you went through the swirls, then you kind of know where that might come from. But if you were being like you and didn't want to be spoiled to it, then that's where it seems like it's new information. And I won't tell you exactly who or what was going on, but the idea is that there are going to be unlockable characters in the game as well.
which is something that I think just about every Mortal any fighting game fan really from back in the late 90s, mid 2000s, pretty much everybody wanted that. I mean, even late 2000s really.
Mm-hmm.
Like unlockable characters is something that we all used to just love.
It's like a small prize for you.
Yeah, it's like you did this, you earned that, or
Mm-hmm.
like you said, it was a prize, or really like some things like in conquest mode and deception, you have to do certain specific things to get zombie Liu Kang. I mean, there was just so many cool ways you could unlock
It's
characters.
equivalent of Paper Towel Molina.
Yeah, exactly. That's I mean, no, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But
that's good news. That's good news for me personally.
yeah, so that's one of the things that were going around. But it does also make it look like the roster is a little bigger.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's fine with me.
Um, yeah. Well, so that's the one thing. That's the thing that was going with, they say, 29 characters, maybe.
Okay.
I didn't really look into it because I was just. So, at first, at the beginning of last week, I was like, alright, this is going to be great. The game comes out, I get to play the game this week. I'm like, wait a second. This is all by random. And I don't have the worst luck, but I don't have the best luck either. What if I don't get a code? And I started stressing. I was talking to one of my friends, Sean, about it, and I was just telling him, like, I really want to make sure I get this code because otherwise I might not go insane or ballistic. I'll be really sad because I don't get to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it, because if I didn't get to play it, I wouldn't have this. We wouldn't be talking about this really.
Yeah, it's great content we can do it to kind of inform people and stuff like that. So, obviously
Hmm.
it's fun for you, but it's also great for the channel for the podcast.
It was a win-win for me.
Yes.
But so when I told my parents, I say I'm nervous about it because I don't have the best of luck. So I finally wake up at 7 because I can't stay asleep ever, and I'm just trying to make the day go like make the not day like the next 2 hours go by fast. Like think, what can I do? I woke up at 7:50, like all right, I can go back to sleep now. Then I wake up again, take my sister to work. It's only 8 o'clock now. There's still a whole another hour. I'm like, all right, I take up a lot of time. Like, I take up 15 minutes.
Just desperate to
And
find
then
anything, right?
hmm I started watching YouTube videos of just like little parody songs so I can just make the time go by faster. And finally, it came on. It came 9 o'clock and say, all right, we'll go look at it. And it's, I think when you really open your emails, like saying, what if it's not in there though? Or what if it's a little late? Maybe I should wait a little bit more. Wait another 15 minutes.
Just in case you don't get demoralized.
Yeah. hmm Like, I don't want to rush in there at 9 o'clock and not be in there. And then it comes out, that came out like 10 minutes after 9.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, leave it to 15 minutes, we'll see what happens. And finally, I couldn't wait no more. I just finally went in my email and checked it, and like it was there. Like, oh, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. But and then I literally like, and you saw what happened because I texted you, Leon, and a handful of my other friends and family. Like, yeah, fuck yeah. But I just told them I had it. I sent the pictures. Like, I was sent pictures. Like, wait a second. What if they try to use my code before I get to use my code?
That would have been kind of
Like,
funny,
alright.
right? I finesse you in that
I'm
way.
like, I was like, yeah, let's put that in first. Like, all right, now I got it. It's the pictures of like and downloading and stuff. So it's like no one knew what we were getting technically.
Yeah.
Even most people even thought that okay, we should probably get 6 characters or so, 6 or 7, like how how they did at the reveal event. It's like, all right. Unfortunately, it was 3.
Oh, it was only 3 characters.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was only
wow.
the 3: Scarlet, Scorpion, and Baraka.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bit disappointing, but I guess it kind of makes sense. Holding it out a little bit
Yeah.
until the full beta comes out in basically 10 days
Well,
now.
yeah, well, that kind of worries me as well, though.
Yeah, it kind of does. I guess it's like you would kind of expect them to be kind of putting out like a demo type of thing, like an early demo. You
So
know,
this,
for at least four characters, right? So you could have different matchups every time.
well, here's the thing too. First of all, even with four, it's still gonna have the, you're still gonna probably have the same matchups. Even with Injustice 2 beta, if they had like Supergirl, Chaucer, Batman, Superman, Blue Beetle, and Black Canary,
Uh,
and after some point, you feel like you have the same matches over and over again. And it was only for 3 days for one, and it wasn't. Excuse me, I mean a limit, so that might be why.
hmm.
But you, oh, why did I have to burp? I forget my train of thought now. Oh, the stress test was literally to see how much can the servers handle for online play. And literally that's all it was for was online play. So the one thing I don't care about was what this game was for right now. The one thing the big thing of the beta was for was the one thing I don't care about.
Okay, so like what?
Well, it's online gameplay.
It was
That's
only
all I can
online.
do. Yeah.
Hmm.
The stress test was made for, like I said, was made for
For
testing
servers.
online
Yeah,
servers.
that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, of course, but it kind of would have been, I think, cooler probably if they'd had at least. I'm not gonna say like a full tower with endings and stuff, but at least be able to. Was there at least a practice mode?
Nope.
Nothing. Nothing. So just online.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's in
In
some
the
ways kind of
beginning, it's
disappointing, I guess.
beginning it was easier because you get tool actually let you hit pause and look at the menu because well you don't know what the hell you're doing. Neither
Mm-hmm.
does A. And since I have an actual job, since I have to actually work on these days, there was that. I was like, all right, well, I will play. I'll play a little bit, but I don't have time to actually retain the knowledge and keep playing.
Yeah.
Right? Because we were both our lives are so crazy and busy, we didn't get a chance to record and show how bad I suck at this game. But by the end of the whole thing, I've won 10 times, and I've lost over 20.
Well, I mean, like you said, you work and you don't have that much time to really dedicate to it. So, I'm assuming like the people that were playing it were probably for the most part playing it hardcore almost all day long. So, there's no shame in
Now, I
losing
mentioned
those
I
people.
played it
So,
at work too.
oh, that's right. You were mentioning that you were gonna try to do that whenever you had what is like an hour off or something.
45 minutes for lunch and two 15-minute breaks.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, even then it was like, because I did play whenever I could, but it's like, damn, I don't care for online, and there's no time to practice, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's basically just get in and get your ass beat or beat somebody who's
Yeah, and
worse
that's
than
what
you and just kind of go on.
I think I told that to one of my friends. I can't remember which friend I told, but I was like, it's kind of hard to get better at a game where when you're playing online, and somehow people became gods already,
Yeah.
and you get your ass, you can't even get a hit. It's kind of hard to get better when you can't get a hit in. But but the one thing I will say that I did pick up Scarlet just because out of all of them, she's technically like the newest out of all of them,
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
and I'm pretty sure she doesn't play like MK9 as much. I might have to look at it, try to pick up MK9 one of these days. But picked up her and played her most of the weekend. Then the gear was actually nice too. You could change all you could do was change the gear and play online. That's all you could really do.
Now, was the gear unlockable? Or was it already preset there? You could like choose from different things that were
It
already
was
there.
already so. At the beginning of each time you play, because it will reset every time you turn the Xbox off. Every time you go to another Xbox, it will reset.
Mm-hmm.
So you like every time, right? Just for this beta, for the next beta too, you have to remake the character how you want.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one thing. That's just for the beta, so that keeps you in mind for next week when you actually get to play it. But with that being said, though, they have like 5 pieces of gear for each character. And from what I understood from playing it was they do have like the defaults. I think Scarlet. When you look at her, so you hit pause and look at her move list, like they have on the main screen. I think it was like only two special moves right there. Maybe there might have been more, but I also, like I said, didn't have time to really study, and I should have took notes while I was doing this. Just doing research instead of you never know how someone's gonna react. Like, oh, he's not playing. Well, I'm gonna just quit the game. Like, yeah, because I totally came this just to get my ass kicked the entire time. But Scarlet had like only two moves, and then the rest of it was mostly gear moves. And honestly, I think this is way better than Justice was.
Well, I don't think that's necessarily too difficult, but I mean, like we've said quite a few times, at least if you're gonna give NetherRealm Studios credit for something, you have to give them credit for learning by their mistakes and kind of improving, at least over the last few games. Whether it's from
Yeah.
MK9 to MK, I guess at this point to Injustice 2. Every single game seems to improve upon the weaknesses of the previous one. So, well, of course, there are still weaknesses, and there are still, of course, other things that need to be worked on. But it seems like at least in general, they're improving slowly but surely. So, I'm
So
definitely
this
looking
is
forward to
mostly
trying it out.
yeah. Well, like, for example, so this is a mostly gear-based, not a gear, but gameplay-based episode for us. I will say that they figured out how to I think make gear fair and tournament play. Now, if they keep it that way or not, I don't know. But literally, so let's say you have your stuff preset already. And I'm assuming, like, once the game actually comes out, you will be able to keep your same stats from, like how you were in Injustice, keep your same stats from every Xbox you go to, or every PS4 you go to.
Well, I would assume that it's
So,
connected to your profile, right?
yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying,
would, I would
too.
think so. Yeah.
But like I said, with this beta, you weren't able to do that, though.
Mm-hmm.
But, you take so you can hit, I think it was Y, and it like showed up like the extra gear moves they have for the character.
Okay.
So that way, so it's like, oh, you're going the way unfair advantage. You have to guess what they have. Like, no, they just make that a rule. Like, hey, show this to them before you pick your variation of the character.
Okay, so at least when it comes to tournament play, everybody knows what they're dealing with. You can kind of tell what other person has. So it's not like it's a guessing game. Like the first round is spent just kind of figuring out what the other opponent has and stuff like that. So I think that's a pretty decent compromise, I would say, for the pros, right?
Yeah.
At least, of course, I'm not competitive at all when it comes to this, so I don't really know what exactly they were looking for. I'd like to see one of their opinions. Maybe I'm sure Temp will talk about it on the Nethercast, but or maybe he probably already has now that I think about it. But I'm assuming that
No, no,
they haven't
they
yet.
haven't yet.
Yeah, I haven't really
No.
been listening to a lot of their stuff lately. I don't know. It's just kind of a backlog
I
that I
don't
have.
blame you. So, once the game finally comes out, I think you should just go back.
Oh, I will. The
Because,
only reason I'm kind of sorry to interrupt you. The only reason that I'm not really listening to them much right now is because I know for a fact that they're going to be talking about a lot of the leaks and stuff like that, and I'm just kind of trying to
mm,
keep myself a little bit distance from that.
well, yeah, I can see that. But there's a few leaks that I've been fortunate to hear, and then some leaks I've been unfortunate to hear. But also, that kind of came with combat cast as well, or just people getting to play the game early.
Hmm.
So, I'm not going to get into full details, but they did. Cause I don't know how long they're going to take to talk about a leak. I'm like, I know, in for a penny, in for a pound. If you're not going to want to hear it, then I'll hear it and be the ears for both of us for now. Well, the good thing I do like about them too, they give you a huge spoiler warning, like saying, "Hey, we know some people don't want to hear about this, so here we go. Here's a warning. This is your chance to leave." For the first half's going to be about other topics. The second half's going to be about X leak, leak X, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine.
I
Like
still,
I don't even really care that much about seeing like the roster stuff like that. It's just I don't know. This
was
like
going to tell you everything now.
I mean, here's the thing. Like usually I just kind of I don't really care. I just look at the roster. Like as stuff comes out, I just kind of look at it. This time I'm kind
Hmm.
of I don't know. I'm kind of more against leaks. I guess you could say this time because I'm kind of sick of people and or, ruining other people's work, and it's kind of frustrating in that point of view. But at the same time, it doesn't really bother me at this point because I think we kind of by looking at the roster that about the characters we've already seen so far, and some of the ones we've seen in the trailers and stuff like that, I think I kind of understand who's going to be there and who's not. So I guess it's not really that big a deal. So I mean,
Well,
if
it's
you
not
want
even
to go and
that.
talk about them, that's fine with me.
Well, so it's not even that. So the leak, knowing the roster itself, damn pissed me off because it was nice to know who was in there and who's not, so you know what you're paying for.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, what did piss me off is the jackass who took the picture took it of a render roster that wasn't ready.
Ah, okay.
And what I mean is like, so they have. I'm gonna give you the examples right now that aren't already known. So Jade had her mask off, and it looked very low resolution. So did Aaron Black, who we all know is in now because they
Mm-hmm.
confirmed him on Instagram. So it's like they took like these pictures that are of renders of the select screen that aren't ready, and like went ahead and posted it.
Yeah, so it kind of made it look bad.
Yeah, and everyone's complaining saying, "Oh, I don't like how this person looks. I don't like how this person looks." It's like we don't know what the finished product is still.
Exactly. Wait till the damn game comes out, or at least until they
No, I
announce
mean
it.
just exactly.
Yeah.
Let me grab my phone for a second.
Yeah.
So if you want me, if you want to go over, we can as well.
Go over what
Let's
the roster.
with actual, yeah, the
I'm
actual
down. Yeah,
roster.
I'm down with that.
All right, let's get past the stress test first because
Yeah, yeah. Let's go ahead. I
this
still
is
have.
like courtesy call for him. It's like finish this section first, man. If we're gonna spoil, we'll spoil it.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and talk about the roster after the stress test. I do want to say like, how does the game feel? Is it quick? Is it slower than MKX? Just give me a general idea of what exactly to expect. I mean, people have compared it to MK9 and MK2, but what would you kind of say? Like, what would you say you could expect from this game from a gameplay perspective?
Well, I want to do like so. Remember how we're talking about the bars, the meteor
The meters?
bars. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. How you don't have to constantly have to work for it either. It's like all you need to do is get one. Well, all you need to remember is one mistake and you can go on. And the streams, they might feel like a little repeated, and that just comes with, well, you're only playing the game for 3 days. Can't really make long combo streams, especially if you are playing online the entire time. You can't really go into the practice mode.
Mm-hmm.
Which, first of all, just the pictures of the game, because you just don't, you know me, I just like to look at the aesthetic sometimes.
Yeah.
And but one of those things where so Scarlet has this one combo where it does pop you up for a little bit and knocks you back. I think it's XYX or YXY, and you do that, and it takes the health down. You can get them a little pop up, and she has a gear move called Blood Siphon.
Okay.
And then we've seen it before where she like has little mystical things and pull the blood out their body, and it's like a little stun as well. So it's nice. So it's easy to make strings as well. You just got some cases you just have to watch other people and like say, oh, that is not that hard, I guess. Once you've done it for a while, you just realize like, okay, you've done that move before, but you didn't see the value in it until you watch someone else do it and pull something else out. I'm like, this is how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah, well,
So like,
that's kind of reminiscent of classic MK, where you have to kind of just like learn as you fight other people, or just kind of watching other people and just kind of do it their way, instead of having to just pause to go to the move set and learn. Just basically just look at the move set constantly.
I will say this: they all seem a little equal. Like not one like one. Well, Scorpion, and I'll tell you that too. This is how I'll tell you how easy Scorpion is in a little bit, but um, you have Scarlet who has multiple blood moves, I guess, and that kind of goes with like it's kind of reminiscent of a sing song almost.
In
About how
what way?
he will take your well, like so how he'll take your soul and you will lose life and he'll gain more life. Well, she has
Okay.
more moves in that aspect. That aspect.
Okay, so like if she takes your blood, she gains some health and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
So the blood siphon one works that way. There's she has a parry, and I think you can hold it too. So like you can stay in that position for a while, and if you hit her, you can she just get a free hit for starters. But if you amplify it, then she gets to take some more health. She gets more health too.
Okay. So she has some nice moves too.
Yeah. Now here's the one thing. First of all, too, like it threw me off for a little bit. So the interactable button and the amplify button are both the same.
So what button is it now?
So it was when they first announced it, they said you had to do a different like code to do it
For
to
each
get the
move,
amplify
yeah.
version. Yeah, which was ridiculous. So they made it to the RB button.
Okay, sweet. That's definitely a hell of a lot easier.
Well, that's the thing too. But so when they did that first, they threw me off. I knew they did it, but I forgot they did it. And so I'm trying to do it. I'm like, why can't I throw? I'm hitting RB. Why can't I throw? I'm like, oh, that's right. They switched it now.
Yeah, what's the new throw
So now
button?
right trigger. So the standardized buttons are your first of all your buttons are all the same pretty much. The only thing are different, well, not really different, but the ones that actually make you think for a bit is right trigger is just blocking. It's just blocking. The left trigger is to switch your stance, which I've never seen the value in that, but I'll figure it out later, I guess. With this year. Then the LB button is throw, and the RB button is your interactable and your amplify button.
Okay. So it's all preset buttons and stuff. Okay, that makes it.
Yeah.
I definitely prefer that, like way more than having each special move have its own combination, because it's already hard enough for most people to learn multiple special moves with multiple characters, let alone having to learn how to do the amplified version with each move with each character. I mean, of course, the pros, they generally they main one character, and that's pretty much who they take to tournaments, or maybe they'll do
Hmm.
two or three just to mix it up in case they're struggling with one guy. But and most people like us, we're all going to try to play pretty much every character, not necessarily the same amount, but we're going to play every character pretty often. So it's good
Yeah.
to just know, okay, if I know the special move, right bumper, enhanced version, it's done. I don't have to worry about doing crazy combinations of buttons.
Enhance, amplify.
Enhanced, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's right.
It's
Amplified,
amplify.
amplified, amplified. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they're the same. It's the same damn
Just a
thing.
different
It's
word. Yeah,
just exactly.
yeah. I prefer the word enhanced, but that's all right. But I
I
guess we
mean, we've
can.
been used to the word enhanced for 8 years now.
I don't know why they changed it, but that's all right. I do have another question for you, real quick, regarding
Go for it.
the stress test. Which character? You said you played Scarlet the most, but which
Yeah.
character do you think was the most fun to play as?
Well, that's pretty much. So I didn't switch it up until yesterday, last night right before it went away. And Scarlet was fun to play and learn, but I will say like he's easy to pick up. I think that's why a lot of people you see that matchup a lot
Mm-hmm.
is Scorpion.
Okay.
Um,
What about
so
Baraka?
literally I picked up Baraka. I didn't get to. I could have played him, but I didn't play him as much as I probably should have. And I think that's just one of those things. Like if I don't pick up a character that I don't use, I like usually ever because we've been on this show before. But I want to actually have time to go into a practice mode and pick it up. And like, all right, this is how this works. Not like, all right, here's Rock. I'm stuck with 3 days. Let's try to learn it on top of everything else. It's like
Hmm.
I'm gonna wait before I just start picking random characters until I can actually get to a practice mode. But it was funny. Like I picked up Scorpion for the first time, and I actually won that first match. Like I should have did this entire weekend.
Well, I mean, if you generally like even throughout all the games, really, like if you want a character that's going to be pretty easy to use because he has so many legacy moves that are pretty much easy to figure out. Like it's either one or two button combos to do the spear move. It's either one or the other to do the teleport. One or the other to do the kick, the slide. So it's you can kind of do a lot of Scorpion's moves pretty easily, and I think that he's just kind of always been a pretty easy character to pick up and be pretty dominant with early on. So I mean, it kind of makes sense for Scorpion to continue to be like that. And Scarlet, who we've only seen in his DLC in MK9. I mean, I don't
Hmm.
know how much you played as her. I played as her a bit. So I'm definitely not like a crazy amount, but I liked her, and I'm
I love
assuming.
when it said that she has her old legacy moves. Like how legacy can somebody be if they haven't been in the game in 8 years?
Exactly, and she was only DLC, so it's not like everybody played as her.
Right.
So I mean,
Some
like,
people didn't buy it. Some people just didn't care.
yeah, yeah. I'd kind of like to see the numbers if that was possible, like to see how much people played Scarlet as opposed to the other DLC characters like Kenshi, etc. I'd be interested to see who got played the
Freddy
most.
Krueger sold the most.
Freddy
I
Krueger,
know that
yeah,
was
that's
for
that's
sure.
retarded, but that is what it is, I guess. Um,
So I think it went Freddy Krueger, Kenshi, Reigns, and Scarlet.
yeah, it would make sense she's last because she's a new character that. And let's just be real, like it's cool to have her in there, but like introducing a brand new character in DLC, it's cool, but it's not the ideal situation for a character. Like you need to give her some story, maybe see her in the story, relate to her in some ways, expand upon her a little
I
bit
mean,
more.
she was in the story. She was in the story mode. She just had no words.
Exactly. No, I mean like she actually has to be relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like
Very true. I know.
yeah, well, like even Tremor, like he's a shit cunt as TMK would say, but I mean he's he's a kind. I think he was just kind of put in there as a joke. Really, like people petitioned to put him in there, but nobody really cares about Trimmer's story, and we already know how much of a dumbass character he is from Special Forces and stuff. But I mean, it's just I don't know. I'm hoping that Scarlet gets her time to shine on this one. Hopefully, this will be like her real debut. You know what I mean? Like that was kind of like a taste of things to come, and MK11 is going to be her full debut. Where we're going to see what she's all about and who she is.
Yeah. Well, they changed her story a lot too already.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think they probably just kind of stuck her in there as a quick thing they could do, and just but I don't know.
Well, like one thing because as we both know, I hate reading.
Yes.
I just do. And so, like, I don't send me pictures, send me videos, or have someone tell me what's going on. That will make my life easier. But don't expect me to actually want to read this stuff.
Hmm.
But even so, in MK9 they had that whole little vignette for the DLC characters,
Yeah.
where Scarlet was pretty much made from blood of all Shao Kahn's enemies, and um, was made pretty much like to ultimate killing machine, like pretty much the same as Ermac.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's basically Ermac, but with instead of soulless blood.
Exactly. So now she is an orphan that you watch Infinity Wars, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like from what I heard, it's pretty much she has Gamora's story,
Okay.
but she actually respects and is loyal to him.
To Shang Tsung
And
Or Shao Kahn?
Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn. Okay.
And it's like they kind of before it was okay because Katana was actually adopted by it. Melina was created to be a friend slash replacement of Katana. And Jade, you can kind of see it because I mean your best friend comes to your house all the time, and your parents becomes their parents as well.
Hmm.
So it was reasonable with that. But it's like now it's getting to the point. It's like, oh, now this guy is now he's a father figure to this person. He's a father figure to that person. They say, oh yeah, she was an orphan, and Shao Kahn adopted her as well.
So basically, Shao Kahn is just like he loves having children.
He's
Basically,
the ultimate.
he's
He's
the
the
ultimate dad.
ultimate father figure.
Yeah, he's the ultimate dad bod. Dad bod, I don't know about that, but he's definitely the ultimate father figure. Yeah, so that's interesting. I mean,
Yes,
I
even
don't know. We'll
so
see.
he's seeing one of his daughters to death.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
and this thing too, it wasn't. It was one thing where, because even in the comics, and we still, you realize that we've been doing this since November, right? And we have
yes.
not talked about MKX exactly.
Yeah, we eventually got to get to that. I think we have MK3 recorded and has to be published. I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow
Yeah,
or the day after tomorrow. Then we
I
got
mean we can.
yeah MK4 to MKX. We can probably bang that out before April 23rd though. I think we can do it.
I low key think since like the gameplay is legitimately all the same, we're gonna have to just do one long podcast, but with Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon.
Yeah, we could probably do that pretty quickly. Yeah, if we like mix the 3D era all together, except for MK4.
Yeah,
MK4 is a different thing.
yeah.
But if we can mix all, yeah, we could probably do like the 3D era episode.
And I'll just change out the games on the while we get change subjects.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that for sure.
But they but in the comics book they were talking about like Melina and her and Scarlet had a fight because they were fighting for the throne again and Rachel's approval. And she made a point like she's as much of a daughter as Melina is. So I'm like, oh yeah, she was created by Shao Kahn and things so why not?
Hmm.
But now she's like, now it's like she's already was a human being, wasn't created or anything. She was just taught blood magic. That's what the bio says for her.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of like that, and that kind of gives her a bit more character, a bit more,
Well,
relations to the already set in stone characters.
and it's a bit of I'm not against it, but it's just like stick with your guns, I guess. I don't know.
Mm. Yeah, I see what you mean there.
Because
I see what you mean there for sure.
yeah,
But it also could be because they changed writer, so that might have an influence on it. Who knows?
maybe I
Yeah.
don't know.
Let's just say that. Let's just put it this way: like if there was one character on the entire roster where I don't mind them changing the origin story of, it's probably Scarlet because we haven't really seen anything over. So
Oh well, I think we should just go ahead and go on then because there's some more. There's some more bios that they took it off. I think they might be changing it altogether.
mm-hmm.
But um, Johnny Cage's is different.
Oh really?
Um,
Okay.
yeah, Johnny Cage is different. Cabal's is different. There was one more I can't think of.
Yeah, I didn't
Johnny
see any of these
Cage is
bios.
now.
I saw
Well,
that
that's the
I
thing.
thought they were out, but I just didn't look at them.
Well, that's the thing. You gotta go on, look up on Reddit later, and you figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's everything though with stress tests between the gear, the move. Then there's a bunch of moves. I didn't get to touch all of them either because
Mm-hmm.
like I want the stuff that's gonna be beneficial to me.
Yeah, of
And
course. Yeah.
the only issue with that is too, like maybe Ray won't have this issue, but they gave Scarlet a teleport for one. I'm not against that, but it's like some teleports are different, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking, or maybe I just suck at the input. And I need to actually practice the stuff. But it's just one of the things that's hard to really practice and move and make sure you can get good with it,
Mm-hmm.
and what can you use in what situations, and very uncontrolled environment that you have no hold over. But like you go in, you can pick up to three moves, and it's like, okay, I want this move, I want this move. So you get four moves that you really like. It's like, damn, I can't have all four of them. And sometimes you can't even have all three of them because some of them are two sliders.
Yeah, because they're yeah. Ah.
But what I do like as well, like when you pick it, not only does it tells you what the move is, like what input you have to put in, but it also tells you like, hey, you can get this move, but you can't get this move or this move if you get that move because they have the same inputs.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, all right. That's interesting. Like it's cool. I think that's a pretty decent compromise to people that want more customization. They want more special moves and they want more variety in characters. So I mean, yeah, I'm not. I think it could be good. It could be bad as well. But I don't know until I actually have my hands on it. I don't really have too much judgment when it comes to that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it does kind of, but what it does do is not reassure the dog I have in this fight. I might be wrong still. I think we're still gonna get more than just two fatalities.
I would hope so. Yeah, I would definitely hope so.
Well, I don't think they're gonna expose because they've been exposing a lot of fatalities now. That shows Sonya's other one, Garrett's other one, both of Cassie's, Radiant's other one, both of Rocka's, both of Sub-Zero's, both of Scorpion's, both of Scarlet's. At some point, you're like, I don't think. Why would they expose all these really, really fast if we're just getting the two?
Yeah, you would think they would like hold if there was not many, they would kind of hold them close to their chest and wait for you to kind of notice them in game and stuff like that. But
I mean, that's what they used to do. That's what they did the last game
that's what they've
too.
always done,
So
really. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I guess the last thing I want to ask, like, I guess not really
yeah,
ask
that's
you, but when it comes to the stress test, from 1 to 10 so far, based on what you've seen, what would you give the gameplay?
well. Well, first of all, that doesn't affect me at all, but I think under, like I said, a more controlled environment, it will be an easy 10,
Mm-hmm.
hands down. Um, but that's due to the fact that it was meant to not be a controlled environment. It was meant to be what it was, just test the servers and that alone. And the fact that so here's the thing too, the fact that I didn't have any games drop on me, and if I had bad connection, or maybe like on one or two games, I've the 50 I played. So
So
I'm saying that we're gonna have easy. We should have a good time actually playing it. The netcode.
okay, yeah. So it looks like it's pretty good, right? The
Yeah.
servers.
So even with us being 7 hours, 7 hour time difference, plus your shitty Wi-Fi, I think
Well,
we should be
I've
good.
actually changed that because now I switched my phone provider. I switched over to Vodafone and I get 30 gigabytes per month for what like $15 or something like that because it doesn't work the same way it does over there.
Hmm.
And it seems like because I have free social media basically, I've been
Yeah.
playing a lot of Battlefield lately and a lot of FIFA Online and stuff like that. And I noticed last night I played probably like 4 hours straight online and I didn't even consume any. I didn't even use any of my gigabytes. So it's almost like Xbox counts as social media for some reason according to my phone. So and that was through my hotspot. So I have fast internet. I've had zero lag in anything basically. So it's looking like it's pretty solid, which means we should have some pretty decent matches. And of course, the distance might be an issue, but if the servers are good enough, then I think that we can. I think we can probably we can get
I mean,
through it.
we're gonna test it in 10 days,
Yeah,
hopefully.
yeah. I mean, if it worked in MKX, which had not the best servers around, and I was using on my shitty Wi-Fi, then that pretty much I think that kind of guarantees we're able to do it in MK11.
Yeah.
So I'm
Well,
definitely looking
that's one
forward to
thing.
that, man. I'm looking forward to that because all this talking about it, like I'm pretty good at pushing it aside and not really thinking about it too much and not worrying about it
When
and
the
just kind of
fact when
waiting.
your friend as co-host gets to play it, it does strike us a nerve though.
Yeah, but I did a good job of not really thinking about it too much. It's just that now that I think about it, dude, it's a lot closer than I thought. Like 10 days is not much, so
Like,
it's gonna get more
I'm
difficult.
kind of glad we. Oh yeah, you're right. It was going to get more difficult just holding off. I mean, especially when you get to play it in 10 days and then like take it right, snatch it right back away from you.
Yeah, because here's
'Cause
the
you get to
thing.
play it.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, you get to play it. You get to play it in 10 days, but you only get to play it for 3 days or 4 days.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I can deal with that. I kind of prefer
See,
that to
you
be
say
honest.
that, but you say that, but you haven't got to play it, pick it up yet.
Yeah, I know, but here's the thing, right? Just to kind of give you another example, like come September, I'm always extremely excited for the next FIFA game. But I never
Right.
play the demo. Like I do like one game and I don't touch it anytime after that because I tend to avoid betas and stuff like that because I don't want to play the game too much before it actually comes out. Like when it comes to a demo, that's kind of there and it doesn't really expire. It just you can have it even when the full game comes out. So when you play the demo too much, you kind of already experience so much of the game, and kind of to me it feels like it's kind of already played out. Whereas with a 3 to 4 day beta, you're gonna want to enjoy it as much as you can. You're gonna try to play it as much as you can, and then it's gone until the full game releases, which means you're gonna have that excitement build back up again. And once you touch it, and once you see that it's actually good, and you feel it, and you want to play more of it, I think that kind of builds up the excitement even more. And it's frustrating, of course, because like you said, it's only 3 days, and you would like to play so much more. But at the same time, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I prefer betas over demos from that point of view.
All right, two things. One, the fact that you say, okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I've been going on a huge music kick lately.
Okay.
To whenever I can't listen, whenever I listen to pretty much listen to my favorite WWE podcast is, and I listen to my another cast. It's like I just have to listen to music now to keep me going. And right now, lately, I don't know why, but Little Mix has been playing a lot around me.
Oh yeah.
It's a little group. But you said like when you touch the game and then it's like then you don't get no more. I'm like I just start singing in my head. That song Touch by them like just a touch of your game is enough to knock me off of my feet all week. Just a touch of your game, hey. Just a touch of the game, hey. Oh, we have too much fun doing this shit, don't we?
Yeah, we kind of do actually. I really
I
hope it comes
want
across. I think it does,
I
but
want to do a whole video like that.
yeah, like I think my favorite part we've ever done in one of our podcasts so far
The movie
is you
one.
singing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was just awesome. Like I could listen to that I could listen to it like 6 or 7 times. I was editing it and it just never got old.
But no, yeah, I think you're right there. Where 'cause I can't say when Injustice 2 was like for 2 weeks or a month. I'm pretty sure it was a month too. But when that half came out, it was like that beta came out for a month. It
It's too
did feel
much.
boring
It's too
because
much.
yeah, I was already set in the characters I wanted to play, and I got access to both of them,
Yep.
which was Supergirl and Black Canary. I guess I touched the other characters, I picked them up as well, but it get boring after a while.
Yeah, I mean that's
Now,
the issue.
that's the thing. I'd say this is what they're doing, which is smart right now, because with just having three characters available, they only had Scarlet, Scorpion, and Baraka. So I still got to touch my characters I really want to play yet,
Hmm.
i.e. Sub-Zero, Jade, Katana, Liu Kang. Yeah, feels like Cassie. Yeah, I can't play the characters that I want to play yet. So like they're being smart about it right now. It's like let's give them. Now here's the thing: if they try to do the same thing again, give us like those only three characters or one more, that's gonna that's gonna piss me off a little bit. I mean, for you, you might be
Yeah.
okay with it because you haven't got to touch it yet. But it's like I want
Yeah.
a little bit more variety now.
Yeah. I'm
Give us.
thinking it's gonna be 8 characters if I'm correct because it's a beta. It's not a
I'm
stress
thinking.
test.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe six.
Yeah. I could see that. I would say definitely the three that were in the stress test. We know that for sure.
Hmm.
I would say probably Johnny Cage, Sonya, probably Kano, and that's 6. Sub
Yeah.
Zero, I would say probably, and maybe Cassie.
See, if I was gonna, I don't think I put the whole Cage family in there yet. I mean, they might. I don't think they would.
Yeah, you're
I
probably
would
right.
say the three they have. If we that's if they do eight, so I'll go with eight. The three they have: Sub Zero, um, Gear for sure.
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good one.
'Cause that's the only new character we really that you really know.
Hmm.
Um, Gearus, the three, Sonya, I think Raiden, and one hand of me want to say Jade, but I think they're gonna hold that off as well because a lot of people want to see that gameplay. And if you wing them off if you not wing them off, like if you hold it back from them, then it's like everyone's gonna be upset, but they'll still be super happy when they actually get to play it for the first
Hmm.
time.
Yeah, I could definitely. I would not mind that at all. Let's put it that way. But like I said, I expect anywhere from I think 8 characters is definitely gonna be the most possible, but I think 6 is probably gonna be the minimum. If there's
Right.
anything less than 6, I think that'll be kind of disappointing. But just because so many people have already played with 3, you know.
Yeah. All right. So you ready for this? I guess bombshell news that's kind of old for us now since you didn't want to talk about it before.
Yeah, yeah. I do apologize to the listeners that
No,
maybe want
no,
to
that
talk
thing.
about it on here. It's just that I kind of wanted to skip it, but at this point, let's just be real. I'm not too worried about the roster at this point. Like it's so close now that I think the reveals are
Here's
going
the
to be
thing too.
coming.
Oh yeah, the reveals are still gonna be good,
Yeah,
but it's just like now you know what to expect. And another thing, I'm not against the roster at all. And also you're not. It's not like you're going through and look at the pictures either. You're just some of it, and most of it has been revealed already in that story trailer.
yeah. For the most part, I think we've seen at least around 20 characters between trailers and stuff. So
Uh,
15 to
let's see.
20.
I can honestly tell you that it's just. I'm going to just go through the list real quick
Yeah.
with
Oh,
you.
but yeah. So anybody who doesn't want to listen to it and doesn't want to see the roster that's been leaked and stuff like that, then this is definitely your chance to get out. If not, then it's on you if you continue listening and you don't want to and you don't want to have any spoilers. So all right, this is
All
bring it to
right.
me.
All right. If I can get it to pull up. Great. I don't. I try to go to Google and they just pull up a video for me instead. There we go. Don't care about the rest of this shit.
Yeah, like for me, usually I just go on crmk.org and I just go through all the leaks. Like as soon as they
See,
come out, I kind of just look at them. That's what I usually do. And this time I want to do something a little bit different, but at the end of the day, fuck it, I don't really care. Now I want to know. So let's get
okay.
this thing out.
And so there's so far there's about one, two, three. It looks like there's three characters not including Chronica.
What do you mean?
So
New characters?
yeah, new
Okay, yeah.
characters. And you saw one of them so far at least.
Mm-hmm.
One no, okay. Yeah, one you saw one not including Geras. So there's Geras is one new character, and then you have this guy named the Collector.
He's the one from the story
Now,
trailer.
yeah,
Okay,
he was that blue guy with the arms in the back of his head with Shao Kahn.
okay.
And it's like first of all, it's like first of all, I'm gonna tell you like this. It's a very low resolution thing. Like it looks like someone took it off of an iPhone 5. And half the characters don't have their own mask on it. Like Cabal doesn't have a mask. Aaron Black doesn't have a mask. Sub Zero don't have his mask. It looks bad. All right, but so here's the whole roster.
All right,
You
let's
have
go for it. Okay.
Jackie, who we already know. Kano, Geras, Devora, Baraka, Cassie, Kung Lao, Kola Khan, Aaron Black, Liu King, Scorpion, Sub Zero, Raiden, Cabal, Johnny Cage, Jade, Scarlet, Sonya, Katana, and Sha.
And Shah? That's the name of the character? Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, so it's just the first three letters, but it can literally be Shao Kahn or it could be
Ah,
Sing
okay.
Song. We have no
Okay.
idea really.
Oh, you mean the leak that we thought was on the like for the achievements on Steam?
Not even that. So so it's like an actual picture of the roster,
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah,
and it
yeah, the
has
image. Yeah, you're right.
SHA, and
Okay,
it's like we have no idea what to go with that.
okay, all right. And that's the
Oh,
full
Noob
roster.
Saibot,
Oh, okay,
Noob
yeah.
Saibot, Johnny Cage, and Jax.
So that's 23, if I'm not mistaken.
That's all the ones that are all returning characters besides one.
Mm.
So we have three other ones too. Um, we have well two more, three other ones. So there's the collector, like I told you, who's like kind of looks like a Shokin mixed with a sorcerer, like a small version of a Shokin. That's what it reminds me of. Um, Sinitra, something I forgot how to pronounce it, but she's another blue lady, which from the distance, because that's only the picture was taken from a distance, is has a peacock in the back of her head.
All right, pretty weird, but
Yeah,
could
well,
be
like I
interesting.
said, it's very low resolution, so it's kind of
Yeah,
hard.
hard to really tell.
And yeah, and then there's Frost.
Ooh, fuck yes, thank God.
Yeah,
All right, so that's the full roster, right?
yes.
Okay, that's like what? That's 26 or 27, I think, if I counted it correctly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Okay, 25.
Plus, that's 25, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Wow, I was way off then.
7, 8, 9. So 29, 25 plus 9 more.
That's counting DLC or
Well, 6 would definitely be DLC.
okay, yeah,
And Sha could be Shao Kahn,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. Okay, so
so that
you're
leaves us
looking
with
at
3 more stuff.
yeah, you're looking at yeah. All right, that's not too bad, I would say. That's definitely
We're not done. I'm not done yet though either.
oh okay.
So for the unlockable characters, they're saying we're gonna be Shinnok,
All right,
Sang Sung, and Melina.
all right. Just take my money. I already gave you the money, but just take my money. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I was expecting. Of course, Fujin's not there. That's frustrating. Rain's not there. That's frustrating. Reiko's not there. That's frustrating. Suhao's not there. That's frustrating. Dairyu's not there. That's frustrating. Just kidding. Those last two, yeah, they don't belong there. But I mean, shit, man. Fujin's not there again. Son of a bitch, man. This guy just can't get any love. Fujin and
Well,
Rain.
at least my thing is this: I want him to at least be in the story mode or something, featured in it, and that way he
Yeah,
has some kind of role.
yeah. I'm down with that.
It,
And maybe having him as DLC, I guess. But
yeah, well, maybe
shit.
like give him some kind of role so he can at least feel significant to it, and then be as DLC. Because here's the thing too, and you kind of pick up this vibe from it as well. They will see who everyone wants over the course of about 2 games. So, and from MK9 to MKX, the one that everyone was asking for was Trimmer.
That's true.
From Injustice 1 to Injustice 2, the one everyone was asking for was Red Hood. And from MKX to um, from MKX to MK11, the one everyone's asking for is who?
It's fucking Fujin.
Exactly. You're gonna get your money's worth on that one, regardless.
Uh huh.
I think that's what WB realized. She's like, okay, and that's one of the things that I don't care because if you give them a role, they've proven in MKX and now MK11 that you can be part of story mode and still be DLC. And there's nothing against that either. No one's saying you can't do that. We just
Yeah.
want that confirmation that I just want them to be in story mode if that's going to be the case. It's not, they don't all have to be in there and have a significant role.
But at least be in there
Yeah.
and at least do
Well, not
something.
even that. It's like, like at least give like. I don't mind if Reiko's not in story mode. I don't give a shit. But if I want Fujin in there for sure, and because he's one of the people like you want to see have a role, or I don't know, 2000, not even 2000, since 1990, no, 2002, yeah. I know I said this before, but this is not their fault. This is not NetherRealm Studios' fault. This is not Midway's fault. This is the fans' fault on this one because, well, they were going to take Raiden out of MK Deadly Alliance and like, no, no, we don't want Fujin, we want Raiden.
Yep. Well, I mean,
And
I
10
want
years
both.
later plus, well, that's the thing too. But everyone was like, you don't want two gods on the roster have to fight each other. You do, but you don't at the same time. But um, it's, I just think that was funny. Like, damn, I'm glad that everyone loves him now, but it's like now we gotta pay for him.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me put it this way: the main roster, based on what you just mentioned to me, at first glance, between unlockables and stuff like that, I'm more than happy with it. Like, to be honest, I'm
Yeah,
more than happy with it. Which means I'm more than happy to have Fujin as DLC, have Rain as DLC, or whatever they want to come up with. If it's characters that are Mortal Kombat characters, I'm not gonna buy the. Well, I guess I probably will because I already pre-ordered the combat pass anyway. So I will have the guest characters, which I think are pretty much inevitable eventually. Um,
mm,
Whether it's Combat Pass 1 or Combat Pass 2, I think there's going to be guest characters without a doubt. Spawn will probably be in there this time. They've been mentioning him for the past two games, so we'll see. But I think, whatever they decide to do when it comes to actual Mortal Kombat characters, I'll buy. Like, as long as they aren't trash characters that nobody wants to see, then I'll definitely buy it at this point because the main roster's good. The main roster's good enough. I'm happy with it. And of course, it remains to be confirmed 100% if that's, 100% the real roster, but I think it's pretty much
even if
confirmed. Like,
it
it's pretty
that is
realistic.
though, that's a great roster though.
Yeah. So I mean, if that turns out to be it, then I'm more than happy with it. I wasn't expecting certain characters to be on there again, like Kung Lao maybe, Jackie I guess
I mean, we knew
technically
Kung
maybe.
Lao, Liu Kang, Katana from the day one.
No, I mean like going before the announcement and all that stuff. Just
Oh
just
yeah,
Kung Lao,
no
just
that.
Kung Lao. Yeah, Kung
Yeah.
Lao for example, Ermac maybe not, Kenshi, certain characters like that.
Right.
Yeah, those were the characters I didn't expect it to kind of skip a game. I definitely didn't expect Baraka to be in there, but I don't know. Man. I'm happy with the roster if that's the one if that's the real roster. So I would be more than happy to buy Fujin as DLC. Like you said, at
Right.
this point, I just want to see as many characters be as relevant as possible in the story mode. And it seemed like it's going to be a lot longer. I think the guy said that was like 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
8 to 9 hours. So that's good. Like if that's all cutscenes, 8 hours, then that's
No, it's
good.
not all cutscene 8 hours.
I
It's
know,
gameplay.
I know, but you figure for the most part that means cutscenes for the most part of it. Technically, I think, depending on how hard the game is, I guess.
I want to be hard, remember? That's what I like about MK9 and not about X. The
MK9
fact that
is
I ex-
hard as shit. Yeah,
the fact that I actually beat um, the story mode on my first try of MKX was very boring to me.
yeah. I actually think I beat Shinnok on the very first try on the story, whereas
I didn't.
with Shao Kahn, dude, it was a nightmare to beat him that last time.
You had to beat Shao Kahn literally twice in that game.
So,
And one of the characters I'm decent with and easy to pick up. The other one, I just never had
dude,
that
because
motivation.
Raiden was just hard as shit to use in that man.
And like I said, you would think too with the whole like, oh, the other guys are helping him thing is gonna give him a boost, right?
Nope,
Yep.
he's still trash. Shao Kahn is just that
Yep.
much. Is that just it's just that goddamn powerful. But all right, so yeah, man, like stress test seemed like it was a pretty positive result, right? It was the
Oh yeah.
servers are good, the characters look like they're fun to play, and you seem happy and excited, which means I can
The
definitely be
only
positive.
oh yeah, the only thing that makes me upset is that I'm still waiting for Katana
That's true.
and Sub-Zero.
Yeah, I think you'll have them
And
pretty
they
soon.
well here's the thing too. They have the pictures of of the little stages thing, so they have So they have for training, they have Liu Kang and Raiden being the poster child for that. For the customizations, they have Katana for that. And you're like, first of all, you have Katana like right there with a fan and all. Like, I'm gonna be pissed if I don't get to play her soon.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be in the beta, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe she will as like a surprise character. That'd be kind of cool, but I don't
That's
think so.
see, I think part of you, I know part of you want to say that as a joke, but the other part of you is like being like, realistic, and I think you're right too.
No, I'm being like dead serious. Like if
I know that's,
yeah.
I know there's some part of me who thinks that you're being joking about, my other
Oh
part
no
like saying,
no
I know
no.
you're right though,
Yeah.
because it's this late in the game, they still haven't like fully announced, like have a trailer for her. I'm like, you're killing
Yeah.
me, guys, and we are been. But if they go this long and they don't give her a trailer at all, we've seen how angry I can get. Because
Yeah.
that's what happened with a lot of characters. They didn't get Trey, Jax and Jackie did,
Mhm.
Cold K Chun-Li did, Kung Lao Katana did, the Shaolins. Kung Lao got two trailers.
Yeah. That was yeah. All right. Yeah. You know, now that I think about it, like I kind of feel bad for you because at this point, the I guess you could say my three favorite characters have already been announced, and yours hasn't. That's
Yeah,
kind of uncalled for. Like me, for me, it's Johnny Cage, Scorpion, and Sub Zero. Those are my three favorites, and they're all three confirmed. They've all three. We've seen extensive gameplay of them. We've seen a lot about them, and Katana's just kind of not there yet. So I mean, of course you had
in
Jade,
the void.
yeah, but
And Jade is nice too,
Katana,
but it's
man,
like,
that's your thing. That's your girl. So
I love Jade and I love Melina, but it's like, even if I can't play with Katana, I'm like, I'm still gonna want that character more than anyone.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I guess I have to wait and see, huh? See what happens with
Yeah,
Katana.
but
Hopefully she'll be in it. I'm hoping for you.
yeah, they go through this entire thing. It's like, oh yeah, she's not an actual playable character. We've been down this road already, Diego. It doesn't end well for any more for my fans, especially not for me.
Unfortunately, that's the way it kind of goes with us, right? With the whole
Yeah, we're
MK
fair.
community, we're used to it. We get trolled quite a bit. Ed Boon is and his
Ye-
goddamn powerful eyebrows. We all know. Well,
Well,
something's
my
always
thing
being
is like,
schemed up in that bitch.
oh yeah, and by the way, I suggest you don't listen to the podcast for not our podcast, but another cast. The last episode or the last two episodes.
Why's that?
Well, they do spoil something that happened in the first chapter of story mode.
Oh yeah, then I'm just gonna avoid that. Like roster fine, but don't spoil the story for me. Come on now.
Well, no, like someone they were like talking over an interview, and they have to. It's one of those things like as a channel you have to talk about, unfortunately.
Well, I think that
Which is why.
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, you go for it, guys. I remember what I'm saying.
No, I was just gonna say like I think you have the option not to, but I think that they have such a huge following. Well, not a huge following, but you know, they have a few thousand
It's a big
subscribers.
nation one.
Yeah,
I
so
mean, they don't have 100 people listening all out like live. That's one good thing.
yeah, so I mean, like they have I don't know, maybe they're up to 4,000 by now. I think last time I looked it was like around 3,000. So that's a pretty decent following. So I mean, of course, there's a lot more expectations on what they're gonna cover and stuff like that. And if it's
Well,
chapter
like
one, no
also,
big deal, I guess. But I'll go ahead and skip it.
it's a pretty big one, dude.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm gonna
It's a
skip it.
pretty big.
I'm gonna skip it.
But
Yeah.
like, but I think from even like the story prelogue we get from there and the story trailer, you kind of get where they're going with the first chapter.
Yeah, but I kind of want to see it play out.
Yeah.
You know, not have it
Yeah.
spoiled
Well,
and
okay, so
already see it.
I'm not going to tell you what happens at the end of it, but I'm just saying like you can get subtle hints and you start to put it together, like what happened, like oh,
Hmm.
and then they just flat out told us too, it's like oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This game cannot come soon enough, dude. We have a month and 5 days, so it's gonna take a bit of heart. It's gonna take some discipline to not do a bunch of some crazy shit and murder
Hell, I'm
somebody who
just
works
gonna
at
do drugs and
GameStop and
see
steal
hope
the
for the
game. But
best.
yeah, yeah.
Just do some cocaine, see what happens.
Just go with it. Cocaine,
Yeah.
speed, mix it all together, see what
And
the hell
then go
happens.
to a huge sleep mode until the 23rd, hibernation mode.
Yeah,
Right?
get
Is the
yourself a
game
new
out
one.
yet? No. All right. Call me back. Wake me up when it does come out.
Put you in a medically induced
Coma.
coma, and then just wake up on April 23rd. Yeah,
The game. We have to check to make sure. Like, I'm fine. Like you've been asleep for a month. Like yes,
it's all
I
good.
prepped for this.
This was planned for months in advance, so we're good.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think that's really all I have to ask when it comes to the stress test, and we got the roster thing going. So, is there anything you want to say before we wrap this up?
Oh yeah. So and so dies.
Oh
No.
shit! Oh
No.
wow, thanks. Yeah, well,
No.
as long as
But
it's fucking Jackie breaks.
yeah. Nope.
Yeah, I'm just making a joke here, people. I don't know who
No.
dies. I don't know what happens. I'm just hoping that the
I forgot
characters I
what.
don't
Now I
like
remember what I was
are
going
out
to
of the
tell you
way.
as well.
Yeah, well,
The only issue with them not being able to cover stuff like that is that literally everyone else in their Discord are going to post it anyway. So it's like you're kind of like your hands are tied at that point.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, all right. I'm the kind of guy who usually when I play a game like Red Dead Redemption or Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that, I take my time. Like I still haven't beaten the story of Red Dead Redemption. I just finished the. I'm doing the epilogue now, so the part after the main story finishes, and
Mm-hmm.
it's very unfortunate that right when I was towards the end of the game, I was on Instagram and it got spoiled. It got spoiled like the very end of the game, and of course I read it out loud, and I said "fuck." My brother said, "What happened?" And I said, "This happened," and of course now he knows exactly what happens as well. So,
Yeah.
in the span of 2 seconds, both of our lives were pretty much just turned into turmoil, and we both wanted to kill each other. Um, so yeah,
Well, like
I'm
for
hoping that doesn't happen in
I
Mortal
mean
Kombat.
that's why I said this is the hard part of the whole game coming out because now you have everyone who went to that little event in Chicago. They're going to be talking about like because they got to put the first story, they got to put the first chapter.
Yeah, and it's gotten to the point where, like, honestly, the other day I was considering leaving the Nethercast Discord, not because I don't like the community, not because I don't like interacting with everybody on there. It's just that there's there's consistently, like, almost every single day, a damn new channel comes out on that Discord,
Mm-hmm.
and they're talking about stuff that I don't want to see. It's like spoil. I think
Mm-hmm.
one was spoilers, and I don't want to see
Yeah, they
spoilers.
always have spoilers
Yeah,
though.
yeah, I know, but this one popped up, and I always mute notifications on each
Mm-hmm.
channel, but they keep on popping up with new ones. And I saw spoilers. I
Yeah.
looked at it and I was like, I don't want to see this shit, so don't pop up on my thing. So that's the thing. Like I'm contemplating leaving the Discord. Even I'm not even active on it anyway at this point. Like I was
I
very
would
active for a
say just
while,
delete
but
the app for now.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like just delete the app for a month or so, and then come back once the full game's out. It's just, or at least once I
Yeah.
finish the story. Once I complete the story, it's all bets are off. But
Yeah.
right now, I'm just kind
But I
of
guess
avoiding the disaster of
well,
having stuff spoiled again.
try imagine how it feel like on YouTube though as well. Like you um scroll through and it's like, oh, chapter one of this, chapter two of that. And it's like
Already, right?
full story
It's fucking
yeah.
annoying. Yeah,
And
and
like part of me wants to like watch those videos too. It's like, no, no, you
you
need to have
see,
discipline.
that's the good thing about me is I have zero interest in watching those videos. That's the one thing about me that's positive, I guess you could say, is that my desire to experience it for myself is stronger than my desire to know what happens. So that's at least a positive for me. Like, that keeps me from doing something that I'll probably regret later on. Yeah.
I think we're done from here. Okay. Also, I told my friend I'll be heading towards this place in 20 minutes, and that was about 40 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great time to wrap it up. That's
Yeah.
just so people know. That's kind of a classic moment between us. Like whether it's me being late for work or me being late to do something, or you doing what you just did now. That's pretty much just
Yeah.
classic Diego and Thomas in a nutshell. So, as always, guys,
I
thank you
mean,
much.
the
Yeah.
first episode was 3.5 hours long.
Jesus, dude, that was yeah, and I had to go to work that night and everything. So
Same.
yeah, so it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But
Yeah.
As always, guys, thank you so much for listening. Anything you want to talk about, let us know in the comments. I've been mentioning this
We
for
have
the
our
past
own.
couple. Yeah, you can check us on Instagram. We'll have all the stuff in the description. And I'm gonna try to put this stuff on Podcast Republic, on SoundCloud, on the podcast app, on iPhone, on Apple, and all that stuff. I'm gonna try to have it, just about anywhere you can listen to podcasts. That way, as many people can listen to it. And yeah, check us out in the next couple of days because there's going to be a lot more content coming out. And we'll see you in the next one.
Later, guys.